Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Battle Brothers. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here, as always, as we play ourselves a little bit of the release version of Battle Brothers. My name is Splattercat. Hopefully, I can keep up. Oh my god, we are being chased by all manner of nastiness right now. This Fucksburg militia, they are on the course, man. They are not giving it up. They want those direwolves bad. Right now, we're trying to move our militia out to an... Ooh, he actually went that way. All right, well, let's go to Hemark then. Hemark militia should come out to try to face the enemy in just a moment. Hemark militia, you don't want none of that, do you, bandits? Do you, brigands? They didn't want to play around with Hemark. Let me see what we got going on here. I may try to travel if the bandits continue to follow us. That makes me a little bit nervous, but we're due in Stahlhaven in a couple of days, and so my suggestion would be that we stay on the march and we try to get there as rapidly as possible. Welcome on back, though. This is one of those games that... Oh, I thought that was bandits for a second. I was scared. I got scared. We're kind of wounded and not in good shape right now. Not in good shape. Several people with bad wounds. We lost one of our mainline fighters in the last round. Luckily, this is a game where it's easy to recover from stuff. I'm going to put this back on normal speed for just a moment. Oh, it's a caravan. Okay, good. I just want, until I ID'd what the hell it was that was out here that was trying to kill me. Oh, hey, what's up? We've gotten grabbed by a couple of thugs. Well, groped by a thug. The story of my life, although we do have a caravan with... Oh, these guys are tough. These guys are a little scary. Alright, well, let's keep it high and keep it tight. I'm going to fall back behind some of these dudes. He's got chainmail. Yikes. Get rid of the two-handers first. The two-handers are always the first target in this game. And if you can get rid of them early on... He's got 2 wounds right now, so he blocked that bolt with his hand. What a G. Alright, and so everybody else... Berengar... Can I dig around in my inventory for right now? I cannot. I wanted Berengar to kind of have a shield. I don't know where his shield went. It must have broken the last fight or something. Or maybe he's just like wounded and he can't make it happen. What I'd like to do is I'm going to make a gap for the militia here so they can sneak their way through, because I want them to sacrifice themselves rather than me being the guy that soaks the hits. I don't want to do that. Technically, I could join the fight right now, but I'm going to fall back and we're going to make a consolidated line back here. Especially with some of these nasty two-handed guys in the front. There you go. That's what I was waiting to see right there, is I wanted to see them rush into combat and do their thing. You step backwards by 1. Go ahead and end your turn. Let these guys take the brunt of the assault, basically. I don't want to lose any of my men here. Alright, so they're surrounded. The caravan hands right now. You got to watch out for caravan foots. Those are the scary ones. The caravan foots are the ones that really have the ability to put you on your back if you're not careful. I'm going to see if I can drop a couple of these guys early on. And in fact, since the battle is going to be joined right here, part of me just wants to get it on and popping right now. So that's what we're going to do. Don't really have much of an option anyways. So there it is. That guy's pretty beat up. Archer will probably try to take care of him in the next fight. We've got Berengar right here. Berengar... reinforce the southern edge. He's about to be overrun down here. Oh, they swap positions. Okay. That's alright. I can live with that. You move to there, and there goes our first casualty. Hopefully that'll inflict a little bit of a morale penalty on him. Move up to there. Protect the man who has no shield right now. We got a big, nasty raider coming in. Oh, he actually landed a hit right there on somebody with fairly solid armor. Very nice with the boar spear. Definitely biting its way through and making that guy think about his choices to run into combat. 2 down on the first turn, though. 2 down on the first turn. With bandit raiders up inside of our business. Ooh, with a miss right there that I really sincerely could not afford. Let's go ahead and reload. The caravan may be the worse for wear after this. No hit right there either. I really needed some of this to go through. And so there's a hit to our archer as well. He's going to step in. This guy is now surrounded, and he's taking a little bit of armor damage. There's a kill. There's a little bit more damage done. There's a kill. Yeah, Berengar, get in there. Probably a bad plan, but his shield's up. He's ready to go, so let's make it happen. On the south end, we've got a spearman right here with no target. We do have a big raider coming in, so that's problematic. That end looks to be holding all right. Move to there and give me a spear wall just in case. I don't know what he's going to do. You go shield up. And just wait for him. Wait for him. Very nice. Okay, a little bit more damage done on that side, too. What I'd like to see realistically now... I don't want to close too rapidly. I really sincerely don't. I want to be very, very careful about my advancement because I can't afford to lose men at the moment. I would prefer not to do that. I'm going to get you up to high ground, and we're going to fire at the backside of the enemy here. We're going to try and put some arrows in some booty holes if we can. Ah, 2 misses right there. These guys are tough targets. These guys are real tough targets. There's a 75% chance right there, and he's now bleeding. This is one of those battles I would have preferred not to have fought, but I kind of got stuck in here. That guy's retreating the field. Okay, so that's his morale done. Although their morale is not looking so... Ooh, off with his head. Yikes. Hey, very nice. Fished out a kill right there. That's exactly what I like to see. We're going to rush this dude, and can't put anything on him. I was trying. We are going to take the field on this one. It comes down to a question of how much are we going to lose in order to lay claim to it. Oof. Well, he's got shields up. He'll be all right. Let's go ahead and surround him and put a little bit. He's got really, really good gear, and so we got to watch out for that. Because his gear is so solid, it's going to take us a while to bring him down. Oof. So that was a caravan hand right there that just went down. All right, you moved to there. We need to optimize our chances of dropping these dudes. Just can't stick him. Just can't seem to stick him. But morale is getting a little high right there. I'm sorry, fatigue is getting a little high on those characters. Alright, so there it is. And now we advance and try to surround this dude. Basically just bring him down by any means necessary. You can tell he's a tough cookie, though. He's a real, real tough cookie. He's been in the oven a little bit longer than some of the other dudes we've been fighting with. So move through his engagement zone right there. I very much prefer aimed shot. It's a focused and careful shot. He's got his shield up. Yeah, I was going to say, he's got his shield up. Go for it. He's got no armor left, which means he's going to be really, really, really badly hurt before this gets any worse. And there it is. We got the kill. We didn't lose anybody. That was actually 100% caravan hands that just went down. And we got some pretty major treasure out of that one. We got some coifs. We got a nasal helm. We got some good gear out of that one. That was a fight that I wasn't looking into taking on. I wasn't really sure that I wanted that fight. But it came out on top, and so let's make our way into Stolhaven now that we've killed off yet another group of rowdy-ass bandits. Please don't cross the water. I don't know what happens if I cross the water with my characters, and frankly, I don't want to play around with that. My guess with medieval human beings is that most of them were made out of rocks and very, very heavy material like bricks. I don't know exactly how biology worked in medieval times, but I'm pretty sure they're going to sink to the bottom and die, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. Okay, so we got level ups. Let's get on top of that first. Hemark has reached level 2. Hemark is pretty good with ranged defense, pretty good with HP. We're going to try and stick to his strengths. I can't really do much there, though. He's fast, if nothing else. His melee defense is just the worst, though. He's a character that we probably want to think about phasing out once we start getting up to our troop cap. Yeah. No, I don't know what a wise idea is here. He's just not good at stuff. He's pretty good at arrows and bows and whatnot, although we got a good bonus right there. We'll keep his initiative moving up. You know, I'll just keep building him as kind of a melee fighter, sort of a melee fighter. We'll give him, since he's going to be in melee, he's going to have fast adaptation. It's a really, really great ability for anybody that's going to be in melee. For Gisbert, work on your ranged, get your ranged abilities up. In this game, archers are really, really, really good. And so if you can get your archers up to like 60 or 70% range skill, they start dropping people like every single turn. They'll just be like, fwah, fwah, fwah. Especially once you get them like a longbow or something like that, they'll be killing everybody. They'll just be a whirlwind of death. And so these guys, they're kind of like mages in that they have a really long run-up time. But once you get them trained up to like level 5 or 6, they start becoming basically the linchpin of your strategy because they allow you to kill enemies before they even join the lines at the center. Let's go with a little bit more HP, I guess. I mean, if you're good at HP, you're good at HP. I'm also going to give him fast adaptation because it's a great ability for anybody that makes a lot of attacks. If you attack a lot on your turn, it's a fantastic ability because eventually you're going to land a hit. In the late game, it kind of suffers and isn't quite as good, but in the early game, it's absolutely great. So I need his morale to be higher. His melee should be higher, and then his melee defense should be higher as well. So there it is. He actually got a pretty solid level up right there. Berengar has reached level 3. That means that with Berengar, we're going to focus on, we want that to be good, we want that to be good, and we want that to be good. So there it is. Very, very nice. Berengar is rapidly shaping up to be a solid character. In the second tier, we've got Executioner, which is 20% bonus damage on anybody that's already sustained a wound. Bullseye. So the penalty to hit chance for shooting at a target you have no clean. That's for ranged. Too fast for you. 15% of the character's initiative is added as a bonus to melee and ranged defense. That's pretty good for a melee character, considering his range or his initiative is actually not that bad. Fortified Mind. He's not swayed from the true path, so he'd get a 25% morale bonus from that. Hold Out. All injuries freshly suffered take effect only after combat ends. Very nice, and you don't get a morale penalty for it either. Steel Brow. Hits to the head no longer damage the character, which lowers the risk of sustaining debilitating head injuries significantly. Quick Hands. We can swap items faster. And Gifted. Instantly gain a level up to increase his attributes and maximum rolls, but with no talents. I'm going to go with Dodge. Dodge sounds great for what we're trying to build him to do. And then in addition, we want him to have a shield from here on in. If he doesn't have a shield, he's not really fighting at the maximum of his capacity. This guy over here, I would actually much rather give you a spear, I think, than a club. Clubs are just not that great. And so take a spear. As far as he's concerned, he's healing up right now, but he doesn't really have anything to add. You, sir, have yourself a short sword and shield. I'm going to swap you into a coif, I think. Nasal Helm will go towards... Oh, we lost our Fangshire Helm. Interesting, it didn't kick it back into our inventory, so it must have gotten destroyed. That's also new. It used to be that when your gear broke, it was still on your character, but they had to repair it after combat. Now it looks like if a gear gets broken, it's actually gone for good, so that's actually going to put a much larger amount of drain on our characters. He's leveled up pretty well, so I'm going to give him the good helmet. Berengar would have been another obvious choice there, so I'll swap the full Akiton in for him. He's got an axe, and he's doing pretty well with that axe, so you know what? I'm not going to mess with a good thing very much. We're going to go ahead and add his bonus right there, add his bonus right there. He does need more HP, and so unfortunately I'm going to take a hit on initiative and on his encumbrance by giving him some extra HP just to try and ensure that he doesn't die. He's also going to take fast adaptation because it's a great ability. It's really, really good. Recover seems like it'll be good in the long term, like endgame recover will be really well suited for our characters, so we'll take that too. I think we're about set up where we want to be, so let's head on into Stolhaven. We'll get paid. And so there it is. Rambert the Younger welcomes you, and a few of his men hurry over to take the cargo. He claps you on the shoulders. I take it your journey went well. You spare him the details and inquire about your pay. Sellsword through and through, Sigmar, get this man what he deserves. One of Rambert the Younger's bodyguards walks over and gives you a small chest of crowns. And so there it is. We've got our blood money. We've got a new quest over here. A simple one. You enter Stolhaven and a man immediately approaches, traveling through the mud to get to you. He announces himself as someone in the employ of Harold the Wise, a man of some power in town, and he, along with his thoughts and monies of others, have decided to seek your services. Harold the Wise cuts right to the point. I've got a shipment of, well, what it is doesn't really concern you. It's going to Hemark, and like many people, I'm worried about brigands on the road. I need to watch the caravan to make sure it arrives safe and sound. Does that sound like something you can do? Let's talk money. He gesticulates, points as if counting something, but it means nothing to you. Judging from experience, this is a good payment for the task. You get 190 crowns altogether. Pay me more? 40 and 150. I accept your offer, sure. Hemark isn't too far, and so... it's higher Hemark. It's actually got a typo in there. I accept the contract. We gotta get paid. We got to get paid, and unfortunately, that's the life of a mercenary. If you're not getting paid... It's a weak one. Let me go ahead and I'm going to sort things upwards and we'll decide what we want to sell here. I'm not going to use any of those. I will keep the bill hook because that's a thing that I would consider using. Get rid of the daggers. We've got an extra hand axe right there. Get rid of the clubs. Get rid of the crap helmets. Basically, I just want to keep the real military stuff for future recruits, and I'm trying to get our cash up to a steady level. We can spend 200 bucks on a new spear, but everything else here actually doesn't seem that great. They're actually selling expensive on Amber here, so I'm not going to take that. A throwing net, that actually bogs your enemy down and gets him stuck kind of like Roman style. We haven't been going through arrows much. I'll buy some food just to even that out. Tools we're looking alright on, and instead what I'd like to do is if we got anybody that wants to join up, we've got Donbert, who is a thief. He had quick reflexes and the ability to evade captors. We've got Havard, day tollers. Okay, so day toller, if you don't know what a day toller is in those terms, he's a day laborer. He earns his, toller is an old word for coin from, I don't know what country it comes from in all fairness, but you get paid in tollers, and so he's a day toller because he earns his money by the day. So every day he goes out and he finds something like fixing fences or chopping trees or something like that to do. Robert Dark-Hearted, he's a killer on the run. A killer may kill again, and he knows where to aim. His day pay is only 7. For whatever reason, Donbird is hella expensive, so I'll take Robert. We'll take Havard. From there, we'll take a look at their equipment, and we'll see what they got going on. What was that right there? Can I plunder? Oh, this place has recently been raided. Okay, so that explains quite a bit. We can take a boat from the harbor. Over here, patrons talk about this and that. To the east, not far from here in the plains. I can't for the life remember what they used to call it. Patrons nod approvingly. The Council of Holmvik is looking to hire mercenaries. Don't know what for. How's our morale looking? Our morale is good. Okay, fantastic. These guys over here actually look like they've already got equipment. So he's got an okay chest piece. I would just throw a new... Actually, I think the hats we have. Yeah, throw a new hat on him. Throw a new hat on him. He could use new gear, but... What's he good at? Does he have... So do we have anybody here that's actually pretty good at melee? He's actually fairly good at melee, and so I think giving him the hooked blade sounds good to me. We'll see if we can develop him into a guy who can lay people low with a decent hit. People with two-handers in this game tend to be one-shotting titans of death. If they can't land the hit, they suck, but if they've got really, like, if you can get this up to, like, 70, and they've got a two-hander, they will rock somebody every single turn. People in chainmail will be almost one-shotted. Like, it's pretty good. Pretty good. With these guys, I can give them bonus items, too. So anybody that's going to be in melee combat, take yourself a Band-Aid, just in case. So if you got bleeds or anything like that, you can get it off of yourself. So, with what we've got remaining, I'm pretty happy with our situation. The crossbow has turned out to be about as good as I expected, although I think in all fairness, you'll get better mileage out of a bow. Crossbow is good, but I think his crossbow is... So does 30 to 50, what does his do? 30 to 50 on a short bow. So yeah, the short bow seems to be a bit better. I think the accuracy is worse on normal short bows, though. Let me see if I can dig up a short bow for this bastard. A short bow in here? No, you don't have a short bow? Shit. Okay. A thick tunic would work. And we do have people in need of equipment, so let's get one of those in. And for Havard, he's rocking something that barely counts as equipment, so we'll be kind and give him what he's going on. So we wanted to go to Hemark. Oh, we're actually inside the caravan right now. Good lord. Okay, so Hemark was that place all the way up to the north. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a quick save in real fast, and then hopefully nothing too bad happens along the road. Although we've seen brigands, we've seen werewolves, we've seen a bunch of nastiness on the road, so who knows. And the caravan does travel slower than what I want to do. As of right now, I'm trying to build towards our goal of having 12 men so that we can get that ambition done. I don't know what rewards we get for the ambition. I would assume some kind of morale bonus or something because we've done what we promised. While the company takes a short rest, you sit down to examine the wound where an arrow punctured your side not too long ago. It's been healing slowly and still aches if you move too quickly, but things are getting better. Berengar joins you, seizing this opportunity to talk to his captain. So the way I see it, nobody knows about the heavy hand of the game yet. We don't want to hunt ragtag bands of brigands through the woods forever, but we'll have to make a name for ourselves first as reliable swords for hire that can get things done before the noble houses will take notice. They'll want to use the company for far better paying tasks, I'm sure. He adjusts his weapon belt and continues. Just we keep in mind that the High Lords are playing a dangerous game and we don't want to get on their bad side. There's enough stories of people who cross them only to end up quartered and fed to pigs, and they have the means to squish even a company of sellswords. He pauses a short moment, then adds another thought. Guildmasters and councilmen running the villages and towns, too, have a pretty good memory. We depend on them to hire the company for now, but having some influential friends may help us get better deals with the merchants. Sounds good to me. I doubt we're going to be able to make this run without getting attacked by something. It just seems like too easy a money if that doesn't happen, although we're almost in Hemark. Maybe we'll make it. We killed everything along the way, and so that might have cleared out bandits for a little bit. Let's get pay aid. So there it is. Reaching Hemark, the caravan leader turns to you, a large satchel in hand. Thanks for getting us here, sellsword. You take it and hand it over to Hemark for counting. He nods when he's finished, and the caravan leader smiles. Also, thanks for not betraying us, slaughtering us to the man and all that. Mercenaries get thanked in the weirdest ways. Mercenaries also get executed at the ends of battles. I don't know if you know about this, but in medieval and colonial times, like, if you were a mercenary and you were taken captive after a battle, they basically just put you to the sword instantly. Like, mercenaries had no rights because they didn't wear the colors of the army they were serving. So if you were like a Hessian or anything like that, probably in deep trouble if you get taken down. So that meant that mercenaries tended to fight to the last man, if they could, or bail out early just to make sure they didn't get captured. We got a Fletcher over here. He's got the ability to give us war bows and longbow or hunting bows. What I want is a short bow, though, for my other guy, because the crossbow, while good, is not entirely pleasing me at the moment. So what we'll do, I tried to please myself with a short bow, and all I got was rope burns. And we'll grab it in right there. That's good. I mean, that's basically all that we're going to glean out of this last little trip. But it's an equipment upgrade, and so it's nothing to turn up your nose at. You should always be doing your best to be upgrading small in the early game. Once cash starts to flow in, it gets easier to have really, really good gear. But for right now, so what does well supplied mean? So things can be bought for the right price here. Well, if they've got things. So meat is worth 90 and it's selling for that. 110, 191 right there. Lumber's worth 180 and they're selling for 200. A little bit of a rough purchase right there. We've got padded surcoats though and things like that. Gambesons. If we can find things at the right price, I think that... we got Robin Hood hats. Yay, just in case we wanted to have Robin Hood hats. I think that's a good buy right there because we have tools. What are tools selling for right here? $346 for a stack of tools. Okay. Still not able to sell that for much. It's worth 100. I don't know where we're going to get rid of it at, but we're going to have to get rid of it at some point. Carrying it around with us doesn't seem like something that I want to do over the long term. Make a little bit of cash right there with the light crossbow. I'm going to hold on to it just in case I pick up another ranged character who, by some... token does not come with his own stuff. We have Ibrick the Trade Master looks out of his window. He's got a job that wants to go to Holmvik. What does it pay? 190 when it's done. Also advance payment. No way, he burns with anger. 190 and the contract is done. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. Oh, when you turn it down, you can't get it back. So, dust covers Ibrick to the Trade Master's table, but there's a spot oddly cleaner than the rest and he gestures to it. It's where my demonic statuette used to sit. If you couldn't tell, it's gone. You nod. It does appear to be missing. The thieves who took it should be easy to track down. They're good thinkers in the night, those brigands, but they make mistakes aplenty during the day. Footprints, crowns ill-spent. You should be able to track them down with ease. Do you understand, mercenary? I want you to get my property back. I want it placed where it belongs, and I want the thieves dead in the mud. What are you going to pay me? $320? You want to pay me more? Alright, yeah. Let's go hunt some guys. So we follow tracks near Hemark, and we return a statuette. I accept. Sounds good to me. There's a training hall. This wasn't implemented into the game the last time that I paid, but it allows you to get, like, XP bonuses and stuff for your characters. Pretty cool stuff. We've also got a temple over here, which allows us to actually heal our wounds. I didn't know that that was what it did, so that was not implemented the last time I played the game either. There's a crowd of men over here who are ready to be hired. Ingolf was a tailor. Tailors are not used to hard physical labor. Oh, there's a guy named Nut. I want to hire Nut so I can be like, "D's nuts" every time I kill somebody. Alright, so follow the trails to the northwest of Hemark. Let's go find a trail to the northwest. That's probably it right there. Those footpads. I'm going to throw myself a nice little save here. And let's see if we can catch up with these dudes. It looks like they're going to try and flee into the mountains. There's only 7 of them. We outnumber them by 2. Let's get up in here, but that's going to be a battle for the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for this next episode of Battle Brothers as it gets towards its release. A big congratulations to the devs. You guys made a cool game, and I really, really like it. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone, and farewell.